All right, good people. I'm going to give you my golden rules and questions that you should ask any Thai girl, every Thai girl. I don't care if you meet her online, in the bar girl, professional, degreed, country girl. Deep down, they're kind of all the same. You always have to watch your back. You kind of always have to be a detective, at least for the first 10 years you know them. Oh, yeah, they can do the long game. I've heard some crazy, terrible stories. That's why that Bangkok jump in Pattaya, you know, it's a famous thing. It's a common thing. It's the way guys take themselves out. That's right. I won't elaborate. I think you can use your imagination. So, to keep you from doing the Bangkok jump, these are the questions you need to be asking right away when you meet a Thai girl, wherever you meet her. Don't assume anything about her. Don't assume anything about her, even if she doesn't wear that much lipstick, even if she looks like she's wearing professional clothes. Oh, they are so good at the game. They're so good. All right, so these are the golden rules when you first meet a girl. Number one, you want to ask them, how much English do they know? It's a good question because, you want to gauge, are you going to be able to have a good conversation with them? But it's also good because if they don't know a lot of English, that's actually a good sign that they're pretty innocent and they're not going to scam you. They might be a pain in the ass, but that's a different issue. Um, so you want to try to find a girl that doesn't speak that much English. You know, that's what I did. That's how I went about it. You want to try to find your girl online months before you even get to Thailand. But if you're already in Thailand, you're in Pattaya, you're in Phuket, Bangkok, whatever, you're watching this video, you're already there, it's too late. Just the best you can do is the best you can do. You got to be a detective. You got to ask these questions, okay? Question number two, where are their parents from? Are they farmers from a small town or are they high level professionals? Did they inherit all their money from other family members? This will determine the rest of your relationship. Mostly if they're professionals or an inherited family wealth kind of situation, you're going to be okay. You're not going to have to worry about very much. The scam level is low. If they're poor parents, you got to keep your guard up. It doesn't matter if they say they're a regular Thai girl or a bar girl, you got to keep your guard up. Because eventually, she's going to come to you with questions about, can I have this kind of money? Can I have that kind of money for my mom? My father needs this and that. And they might be real stories or they might be excuses. They might be phony stories. They might be exaggerated stories. But they will ask you. So, and there's nothing wrong with giving a little bit of money, support, all that stuff. That's what Thailand's all about, give and take. Uh, but you got to negotiate and you got to set the rules in the beginning when you meet them so they can't nickel and dime you to death into the poorhouse. You have to set the rules, you have to stay firm to your rules, and God, don't ever change your mind about the rules. Don't let them slide and go, okay, well, this time I'll give you an extra 5,000 baht. Don't do it. Don't do it, even if they're sweet and nice and they're doing all the beautiful, wonderful things that you love and they're so gorgeous and you love looking at them and you love kissing them. You stick to that number from the day that you meet them until the day that you leave them. I'm just kidding. Maybe you end up staying with them for life. Maybe you end up getting married. You stay with them. Maybe you get a divorce. The chances of being successful with a Thai woman are almost the same as any woman on the planet, believe it or not. Even though they do have a reputation for being high scammers. Really, when it just comes down to it, I mean, every woman is almost the same. And, you could say, oh, these Thai women, they don't have morals. Oh, they'll do anything for money. Well, think about it philosophically. How different is that really from Western countries? UK, Europe, USA, Australia? Don't delude yourself. We're not that different from the so called third world culture. We're really not. I don't care what country you're from. All women are mostly the same. So, the next question you want to ask, do they have brothers and sisters? This is important because you're going to have to keep track of their fake, my mom is sick, the fake buffalo stories, as Peter from Thailand Bound likes to say. They're called the woe is me buffalo stories. You got to keep track of those things. And eventually you're going to want to meet their family so that you know for sure how many brothers and sisters they have. Because a lot of times that brother that they're talking about, guess what? That's not really their brother. That's their husband that lives in another town at her home or in her family's home with mama and papa because they all live together. Thailand is all about extended families. Everybody lives together. And more times than not, the husband is usually kind of a deadbeat drunk, doesn't do very much, usually has a gambling addiction, alcoholic. That's usually what's going down. And they could have the most beautiful wife in the world, but to them, they take it for granted. They're Thai. They grew up with all these beautiful Thai women, and the Thai woman will stay with them out of tradition and loyalty, and she will lie, and she will string you along, and you got to actually meet these brothers to make sure they really are her brothers. I had to do all this. That's right. If you really want to be with them long term, that's what you got to do. Oh, and like I've said in my other videos, by the way, if you haven't subbed me by now, sub me so you can watch my other videos. I get into the differences between bar girls, professionals, regular, everyday, convenience store kind of girls. They all have their little differences, but they're all kind of the same too. You just gotta watch your back the whole time. All right. The next questions are, what do they do for a living? And once you find out, you have to test them, and you actually have to go to their job undercover without them ever knowing. And if you ever find out one time that they lied about where they're working and they really are just a bar girl, dump them. Cut it. Quick. Don't give in to their long apologies and their big puppy dog eyes. Cut it. That means it's over. That means it was spoiled from the beginning. Like I said, you got to be a detective. Next questions would be, what do they want to do with their life? Just like any other country. What's their goals? Do they want to have kids? This might sound a little drastic, but before I moved to Thailand, I got a vasectomy. I snipped it. I'm not taking any chances. I'm not going to get trapped into any kind of pregnancy. I decided many, many years ago I'd never want to have a kid. And, I just want to play it safe. You also want to wear a condom all the time, 100%, even if you have a vasectomy, because you don't want to get any STDs. Not until you've been with this woman for a long time. We're talking years. Because these women are crafty and they are masterful at playing the long game. I've heard too many stories from expats where the woman was with them even 5, 7, 10 years, and then they find out they were doing all this shit behind their back and stealing their money out of the bank account, and the guy didn't even know it. I mean, you gotta watch it. I'm not saying don't ever date a Thai woman or don't ever be with a Thai woman long term. Most of them are very loving and loyal and beautiful, but I don't know. It's just part of their culture. They hustle. They hustle for them bucks. They hustle for them bucks. You gotta watch her ass, just like in any other country. In fact, I think women are more devious in Western countries. They're more educated. They just know their way around. So, those are the most important questions. And then you can get into the nitty gritty. Do you want kids? Do you not want kids? What kind of husband? Or do you even want to get married? They'll tell you. They're usually pretty honest about those kinds of questions. You're going to know the truth eventually anyway. You got to make sure that your goals line up with them. And actually, even though a lot of Western women hate to hear this, I'm just going to be real honest. And even some Western men, religious men, they want to get on their holy horse and all this stuff. I'm going to tell you straight up, You want to get with a younger Thai woman, not older. Not because you're a pervert and all this stuff. It's not about that. It's because the younger they are, the less of a chance that they have some strange, crazy baggage that they're hiding from you. You want to get somebody more pure with less life experience. Plus, the sex is best. It is. I'm not gonna lie. You know. For many Thai women, once they pass 35, any woman really, it's pretty much over. I know they don't want to hear that. The Western, the whole woke thing. Oh my God, I can be sexually liberated. I can be a sex monster just like you till I'm 70 years old. Not true. There's a lot of delusion, a lot of self delusion in the Western world. It's all that first world programming. That's why I live in Thailand now. Anyway, I hope these golden rules and questions help you guys. Watch your back, watch your ass. Always double check on their answers. You got to snoop around on them in the beginning. And you got to look at their phone right away. You say, hey, they're on their phone a lot while they're with you. Hey, let me see your phone. These are the things you got to do. You got to find out what they're really all about. I hope this helped good people. Have a beautiful day.